A week ago, there was a report in major newspapers that the RBI was working on a central bank digital currency. A week later, on August 2nd, Prime Minister Modi launches e-Rupee, a new initiative. This e-Rupee brings together certain unlikely players to the table: the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and the banks. What is e-Rupee? e-Rupee is a payment system developed by the National Payment Corporation of India, which is the agency behind UPI. How does it actually work? It works like a prepaid voucher. You could have heard about Sodexo. Sodexos are coupons which are distributed to the employees by certain corporate players, and the employees can redeem it in certain shops which are accepting Sodexo cards. e-Rupee also works in a similar fashion. It is a prepaid voucher which can be distributed to certain beneficiaries. It could be person-specific or purpose-specific. So what does it mean? For example, purpose-specific here could mean using it for vaccination purposes. It can be used for distributing scholarships also. Person-specific means that these vouchers can also be distributed to certain beneficiaries. For example, people living below poverty line. The government has been taking forward various welfare schemes and been giving out direct benefit transfer, cash transfers, and other benefits. Why is e-Rupee different from the others? One, e-Rupee has the advantage of enhancing financial inclusion. By financial inclusion, it means that you can take forward digital transactions to those who are not aware of digital banking. In order to receive e-Rupee vouchers, we do not need a smartphone. We do not require any application. We don't even need a bank account. These vouchers can be redeemed by using a QR code or an SMS. And this simplifies the idea of transactions. And also it cuts out unnecessary middlemen, which is also a problem in direct benefit transfer. Even though direct benefit transfer has been able to weed out bogus beneficiaries, there are certain scams emerging in identification of beneficiaries, because most of the agencies that are involved in identifying the beneficiaries also use bogus beneficiaries to transfer funds. The acceptability of e-Rupee is going to further increase over the years. Right now, certain banks have come together in order to develop this e-Rupee platform. And it is not just meant to be an interface between the government and the citizens. It can be used by private corporates. For example, if the corporates want to give out any health benefits to their employees, they can give out e-Rupee vouchers. We just need to wait a few more days to look into the finer details of how this works. But there seems to be a misconception among people that e-Rupee is a digital money. No, it is not. The RBI has been working on a central bank digital currency that is different from e-Rupee. e-Rupee is just a prepaid voucher. It does not replace the way in which money is created. It just acts as a proxy or a token for money. e-Rupees are not to be confused with that of digital currencies. But the direction in which the RBI is headed towards is getting quite clear as of now, because it has been keenly promoting digital transactions and it wants India to be a cashless economy. Thank you for watching this video. If it has been useful, please like, share and subscribe.